Hello, everybody! Hi, boys and girls. Do you ever find yourself being disappointed by a friend or relative because, well, they just didn't act as nice as they should? Welcome to my life. I could go on about my brothers, but I think Mr. Narrator could say it better.
Thanks, Ollie. Last time, Ollie's brothers had been talking to a gang of wild donkeys who were stealing from the local farmers.
We need you to bring us 3 bags of food from your barn.
You want us to steal from Farmer John?
It's not stealing. He owes us a lot more than that. Just look at his payback time. Sure, we'll do it.
Look, you want to be free? You're either in or out.
And the life of a free donkey seemed really good to them. For the moment. Which brings us to our next story, called Bad Company.
Well, maybe you are right.
Don't worry, Whipper. We'll be there. We'll talk Esau into it.
I'll tell you one thing. Ollie wouldn't like it one bit.
Yeah, but Ollie's already free. It's nothing for him. Think about it.
That night, Farmer John falls fast asleep and doesn't even notice that the 3 donkeys are leaving his farm, carrying the 3 full bags of grain, which he was going to use on his spring planting.
Oh, my grain! My donkeys! Well, off to see Jehu and Abner.
As Farmer John and his wife get close to Jehu's house,
Listen!
they can hear the merriment and frolicking as Elizabeth and Abner celebrate the birth of Micah, their 3rd child.
Another great child is born today.
Father, welcome. It's great to see you. And you too, Mom.
Welcome, Father.
Children, it's so good to see all of you. And you, Ollie, I'm so sorry. I've bad news.
It can't be all that bad, is it?
I saw Esau and Jeremy left and took all of my seeds with them.
That doesn't sound like Ollie's brothers.
Are you sure? My brothers stole all your seeds for planting? It just doesn't seem possible, especially after all you've done for them.
I never told them this was going to be my last year for farming. I was going to build them a big running area full of grass where the farm was.
Just when you think you know your friends, they let you down. Oh.
They left without so much as a trace. Everything is gone.
Well, they've crossed over the line of right and wrong. It's time to put a price on their head and bring them in.
I know what they did is wrong. I'm not making any excuses for them. But maybe if I could find them, I could talk them into turning themselves in. I don't want to see them dead.
Ollie, I'll go with you. I'm sure we can find them if we look together.
If we look together, together, I think we'll find a way. If we look together, I think we'll find a way. If we look together, I think we'll find. If we look together, I think we'll find a way. If we look together, I think we'll find a way.
Okay, we will give you guys 1 week to bring them back in. After that, we're going to send out a posse.
Ollie and Rupert load up on sesame seeds, carrots, and water for their journey out into the wilderness. They didn't have the faintest idea of where to find Esau, Isa, and Jeremy, but they knew they had to keep searching. Rupert flies overhead, advising Ollie of the best direction in which to walk, and after searching all day long, they decide to camp in an abandoned olive grove at the foot of the Hebron Mountains.
Rupert, we've been looking all day. This looks like a good place to rest for a while. Why don't we stop and spend the night right here?
Okay, it's getting too dark for me to see anyway. Say, why don't we... Oh, no.
Rupert! Rupert, help! They're biting me!
Ollie, I'm surrounded myself. Roll over and over. And I'll head for the stream. That was really close. Some campsite you picked next to a vampire cave. Maybe next time you should use a little wisdom and look around.
You're the one that's up there so high. You should have been able to spot them. Hey, look, this is silly arguing. We're safe. They must have left and gone to look for a meal somewhere else. But I say let's hightail it out of here before they decide to come back.
Not only do we not have a clue as to where we are, I'm sure the bats won't be able to find us either. Let's settle down for the night.
Well, it looks as if so far you've all passed the test. Those bags of food look pretty appetizing.
We don't usually eat dry food. Farmer John always fed us carrots.
Sometimes honey roasted oats, too.
What's wrong, Whipper? You look surprised. Never had a carrot?
I've had carrots, but you make it sound like it's an everyday thing. It's been a long, long time since I ate any carrots. I almost forgot what they taste like.
That's sad. You mean your hideout doesn't have carrots or oats?
No. Wild donkeys don't know how to farm. All we ever did was work for people who did know how. Now they just hunt us down. Last week,
Yeah, what happened last week?
Is there something you're not telling us? You made it sound so great, like life was going to be wonderful. Are you saying it's not?
It's not that bad. Better than being in a glue pot or having your hide tanned. Still, things are a little rough.
It can't be that bad. No human telling you what to do? What about that?
Yeah, but no humans to love you either. Look, I didn't get into this thing on my own. Longfellow took me in one of their raids. Who would ever believe me? Come on, get real. You're a dead donkey when they know you steal.
Couldn't we just...
Go back? No way. That's why Sinbad and Longfellow had to steal from Farmer John. He knew they'd put a posse out on you and a price on your head. That's how he's kept everyone loyal to him. If you ever cross him, why, he'll just make sure you get caught at the scene of a robbery and take the brunt for the whole thing. That's what I was trying to tell you. That's what happened to my friend Spooker. He was another young donkey like myself, only he spoke up. Said he didn't want to do any more robbing. Wanted to turn himself in and work on a farm someplace. Well, the next time we went on a raid, he didn't come back. Sinbad told me they locked him in a stall.
Really? They just left him?
Yeah, with a price on his head.
Whipper,
Oh,
bring those three fellows with you. We'll travel by the light of the moon.
We'll travel by the light of the moon. In the day we'll sleep, and at night we'll swoop down on unsuspecting farmers, taking everything you spy. Wake up in the morning, they will all be crying. We'll travel, 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 we'll travel by the light of the moon. We'll travel, they will never find us with the light of the moon. Be quick upon our feet while everyone's asleep. Be faster than a snake. We'll travel. They will never.
Meanwhile, Ollie continued to search with Rupert for signs of his brothers. 4 days had passed, and they almost gave up hope finding them. Finally, one day, they climbed high up in the mountains and decided to stay up late to see if they could find them running through the valley below.
Ollie! Ollie, can you hear it?
Hear what? I can barely keep my eyes open.
Over there, silly! It's them! Listen!
You're right! Come on, let's go!
Ollie and Rupert head down the hill towards the valley where the donkey gang is busy stealing supplies from one of the unsuspecting valley farmers, Jonah Marud. What they don't know is that in the middle of the farm, Jonah has dug a pit with a false floor just waiting for them. And while they are busy carting off food, he is hoping they come a little closer.
Now, son, you put the carrots around the edge of the pit like I asked you, didn't you?
Yes, Father, I put over 3 bushels of them.
That's a good boy.
Boy, something sure smells good around here.
I know. I've smelled that smell before.
Well, it's coming from over there. It smells like,
Sinbad said to stay away from the house. Some people are really light sleepers. They could have a rope over your neck before you know it. But I know what you mean.
There, Rupert. I'm gonna catch them. It looks like they're going to steal those carrots.
Go ahead! I'll see if I can spot an escape route!
Ollie! What are you doing here?
Jehu gave me 1 week to get you guys to turn yourselves in. Otherwise, he's going to get a posse together, and they're going to bring you back dead or alive.
Cut him down, son.
I've got this one tied up.
Okay, all the way. Yeah, into the barn.
Ollie! Ollie! Ollie, where are you? Ollie! There's no way I'm going to find them. I better just head back and tell Jehu what happened. Maybe he'll have a better idea of what to do. Ah!
Serves them right for getting caught. Willow was getting awfully careless.
Yeah, shouldn't we go back and try and rescue them?
What for? They're just another 4 mouths to feed. Besides, if we did, we'd have to split the spoils. This way, we've got more to ourselves.
You got a point. Let's get out of here and cover our tracks. There's sure to be a bounty on us now.
Back at the farm, the farmer and his son decide what to do with the donkey thieves.
Dad, the Romans are looking for animals for the Gladiator Coliseum. Why don't we sell them in Caesarea? It would more than pay for the food the others got away with.
Well, that's a little harsh, son. Those animals don't last very long there.
Dad, these animals are bad. They don't deserve any better. Didn't you always say an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth? They were stealing. They deserve what's coming to them.
Okay, son. If you think it's best to sell them to the Gladiator Circus, then go ahead. Make the arrangements.
Little did Ollie know he was being sold to the Roman gladiator circus, where grazing animals were put in the ring with wild animals who tormented and devoured them. Had he known, he would have been even more uncomfortable. That afternoon, the wagon pulled up to the farm to carry the donkeys to Caesarea.
Now, I left some food here for them. I don't want to see you starving these poor animals, even if they are thieves.
Don't worry! They'll be fattened up for the circus. It'll be quite exciting to see them in the ring with the lions and the hyenas.
See where your bad deeds have gotten us? I was only trying to help you get out of here. And now I'm being shipped to the Colosseum to be in the rings with the hyenas and the lions. Eaten alive!
It wasn't all my idea. Isa thought it would be great. I'm sorry, really I am. They painted such a good picture of what it was going to be like being free. I can see now it was all a lie.
You thought you found freedom, freedom from the law. But by doing wrong, you only end up getting caught. 'Cause it was all a lie. You're no longer free. 'Cause it was all a lie. You know that you've been deceived. Seemed good at the time. Thought it would be fun. Running into the wind, playing in the sun again. It was all a lie. You're no longer free. It was all a lie. You have been so deceived. You should have listened to your conscience, warning you would lay your hand. You should have listened to your conscience, but you followed all your friends instead. But it was all a lie. You're no longer free. It was all a lie. You have been so deceived. It was all a lie. You have been so deceived.
I know it seems pretty hopeless. Maybe Rupert will figure a way to get us out of here. If he doesn't, nobody's even gonna know where we are.
After several days of searching for Ollie and his brothers, Rupert returns to Bethany and finds Jehu.
Ahoy there, Jehu!
Rupert, you're back. But where's Ollie? Did you guys find his brothers? You look very worn out and hungry.
Now hold on! Just one question at a time. I can't answer them all.
Well, then just tell me where Ollie is.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't? You can if you want.
No, I said I can't. I can't.
Is this some type of riddle? Because if it is...
And that's the truth of it. I just don't know.
Huh?
I really, really don't. I wish I did, but I don't.
Wow. What about his brothers?
They're gone too. All without a trace. I was at this farmhouse and went off to do some scouting. Came back, they were gone. So I thought they'd hightailed it out of there. I tried to track them down and couldn't. I figured maybe they were back here.
Well, I've got to tell Alondra I need to pack.
Pack for what? Where are you going?
Not me. We. We're both going to find Ollie.
I just told you I couldn't find him.
Well, when you really need to find something, you go back to the start and search really, really hard. So let's go back to where you lost them and see if we can come up with any clues.
Jehu and Rupert leave for the farm where Rupert last saw Ollie. But miles away at the coast in the city of Caesarea, Ollie, Whipper, and Isa, Esau, and Jeremy are loaded on the boat for the Circus Maximus in Rome. There could be no help for them or any of the other animals aboard the ship. They were doomed.
Here it is, kids! What you've been waiting for! Farmer John's Corner!
You know, sometimes I get mad at a friend or I get frustrated with something they do, and there's not much I can do about it without making the situation worse, so I just come out here and sit down and relax and play with clay. Now, this is a special kind of clay. It's not really clay at all. It's made with waxes and oils, and it's called plasticine. And it always remains soft and it never gets hard. Now, in today's episode, Ollie had a lot of trouble with his brothers, and I was thinking it'd be fun to kind of sculpt one of his brothers. I'm going to try to sculpt Esau. Now, the thing to do is to start with kind of an egg shape, and you sort of roll it around in your hands like this until you get sort of a bodily shape, and then carefully taking a knife and asking your parents or whoever is nearby to help cut the clay with. You can cut off more pieces and we can make legs on him. And make another leg. Now we have all the legs on, and the next thing will be to put the head on him. And we'll start building that with a little ball of... Well, hello, Miss Bridget.
Hello, Farmer John.
What are you building?
Great Pyramid of Giza.
My goodness. Yeah, I'm getting the head a bit roughed out here. And we'll kind of put it on like this. Well, Rusty, how are you? Hi. What you building? Snakes. Very good. Well, I've got the head and the body pretty well blocked out, and the next thing would be to put on the ears. And I'll do that by taking Clarence here and poking little holes on either side of the head and forming ears out of a piece of clay. And Mr. Shivers, what are you doing here?
It doesn't matter. I'm here now. Pass the black. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, that's coming along nicely. Well, hello, Mr. Budinsky.
Hi.
Put a little bit of hair down the top of his head, just like this. So, Mr. Budinsky, what are you making? A scale model. Now the final touches, I'll put a nice big smile on his face and 2 little nose holes, nostrils they call them, and he's done. Now I can keep this, I could put it on a shelf, or I could reuse the clay. What the?
Haha, sweet.
Oh, come on, guys. Okay, fine. Let's use the undo button. so I think I'll go put them on a shelf. See you later.
Still, how on earth did he do that?
Can I borrow your undo button?
In our next episode, Jehu searches for Ollie and his brothers while their boat gets ever closer to Rome and their certain death in the Colosseum.
Now, Theodorus, quit your roaring. We'll be in Rome soon enough, and your roaring isn't going to help anyone get any sleep.
I'm the king of the jungle, and some people down like grass. I can scare the skin off an elephant, frighten giraffes with one growl. When I roar, the jungle comes to life. I'm the king of the jungle right now.
You don't eat any of our friends, and we'll get you home.
But what if I get hungry?
Then you get hungry. Is it a deal?
Okay, you've got it.
Welcome to the seaport of Anzio, the gateway to Rome.
Well, Ollie, I guess we got ourselves in a real big mess this time.
Look! There's the 3 hyenas we've been hearing about all trip.
That's next time on The Adventures of Donkey Ollie.
Thanks for coming. See you next time.